And a lot of the kids we're working with don't think they're going to make it to their 18th birthday. That's not okay. But that's the real reality in these communities.
Colleen Daley, the executive director of Illinois' Council Against Handgun Violence, often finds herself working with the children of Chicago, whom are no strangers to gun violence. The sound of a gunshot is unusual to most children in the U.S., but sadly it's commonly heard in the city of Chicago. Just in the year 2016, there were over 4,000 shootings, and almost every weekend, the headlines looked like this. A problem so big, even a group whose sole purpose is trying to put a stop to gun violence, the solution isn't easy to find.
If there was an easy answer to this issue, we would have solved it by now. But there's not one gun law that's going to fix this.
When Colleen first started lobbying against gun violence, she said it was lonely dealing with an issue no one wanted to get involved with because it was too controversial. But as the shootings increased, so did her group of supporters.
This is an elite group of people that no one wants to be in this club. And what you hear from them time and time again is, I didn't get involved because I never thought it could happen to me. And then my child was killed.
Colleen's job is to make sure the public and lawmakers are aware of the dangers of gun violence. And she says the first step to finding a solution is making sure the issue's up for discussion.
But we need to live with our eyes open and talk about this issue and continue to talk about it. Sometimes I feel as though we don't get enough press.
I love this piece because I just think it's...
The artwork on Colleen's walls really tell a story of how the children of Chicago are dealing with gun violence.
It's communities that there's no economic opportunity. There's no jobs. Who's raising, so you have a mother that might have 3 jobs and she's doing absolutely everything she can, which is great, but who's raising her kids? The streets are raising her kids.
And some of these kids are gaining access to guns.
A lot of that stems from the fact that we're surrounded by states that don't have good gun laws. You look at a state like Indiana, where we've got guns just flowing over the border from there because they don't have background checks on all gun sales.
Although no easy answer has been found yet, Colleen believes more laws and some funding will help alleviate the problem. In the meantime, Colleen will keep doing everything she can to put a stop to gun violence.